Every heart is like a lamp. Some burn brightly, others flicker weakly, and some have gone completely dark. But no lamp, no matter how empty, is beyond the reach of divine breath. There comes a moment, often in silence, when God leans close and breathes again. And what was once cold begins to glow. What was once forgotten begins to live. That is the silent revival. Not thunder, not noise, just the quiet sound of grace returning to the human heart. When God awakens the heart, it does not always happen with fire or lightning. Sometimes it starts in the middle of emptiness, when your prayers feel unanswered, your faith feels weak, and your soul feels tired. But even there, He is working. God does not need noise to move. He begins in whispers. Whispers that say, "Return to me, I still know your name." You may not realize it, but the shaking in your soul is not the end, it is the beginning. The light is returning. The flame is rising again. When God awakens your heart fully, He changes what you desire. The things that once pulled you in begin to lose their hold. The things that once satisfied now feel empty. And slowly your heart turns, from distraction to devotion, from noise to stillness, from self to spirit. It is like dawn after a long night, slow, gentle, golden. You start to see life again. But not through the same eyes. Now you see through the eyes of grace. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26 says, "I will give you a new heart, and put a new spirit within you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." That is not just restoration, it is rebirth. A heart awakened by God beats differently. It feels differently. It lives differently. The marks of a revived heart. When God awakens your heart fully, you begin to forgive what once felt unforgivable. You begin to love those you once avoided. You begin to hope again, not because life got easier, but because your spirit touched something eternal. You no longer chase validation, you seek presence. You no longer measure progress by success. You measure it by surrender. Philippians chapter 2, verse 13 says, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act, in order to fulfill His good purpose." It is not you trying harder, it is Him living deeper. This is not your effort, this is His breath. And when God breathes into you, the ordinary becomes holy again. The true revival does not begin in a stadium. It begins in secret. In your room. In your tears. In your quiet yes. The world may not see it, but heaven does. Heaven rejoices every time a heart turns back to its first love. And when your heart awakens, it spreads like fire from lamp to lamp, from heart to heart, until a generation begins to burn again for God. If you feel that stirring, do not ignore it. That pull, that hunger, that holy unrest. It is not coincidence. It is a call. God is awakening you. This is the silent revival. Not led by men, but by the Spirit. Not measured by noise, but by nearness. And when your heart awakens fully, you realize revival is not coming, it has already begun.